Right, down your Moss Candlestick Challenge. Not that we're going to be contending for top place, but we figured we don't know what we're doing. We'll give it our best shot and see what happens. So I've got, unfortunately, no big chunks or no actual bits of material left over. So what we have got is a piece here of ball bearing Damascus, which I struggle to see in this light. There we go, look. Which is oversized. I'm going to bang that under the power hammer, which will be the first time we've used it with its new clutch, and turn it into 25mm by 6mm, and then I'll chop a piece off about 100. Now he's got a proper drawing for this. As I say, this is Daniel Moss's challenge, not mine. We're just having a go because why not? You don't know unless you try. So he's got the drawings and he's got a really good video on how to do it, and I'm not going to attempt to explain any of that in its, thorough form, because he does a much better job of it than I would ever do. But what I've done is done my own little version, because I'm not an actual blacksmith, I'm a bladesmith, so this is going to be interesting. Just to remind me then, I'll put this board in there so we can see what's going on. We'll bang it in a guillotine tool, because I haven't got a little fullering tool, but it's close enough. Pinch this lump out, draw the heat out, bring it out to 8mm square bar, then round the edges over after we've drawn this side out to a piece of 60mm wide with the cross peen hammer. Round these two bits over here, then we make up the socket, which I've got a piece of 20mm bar I'm going to use to create the sizing. And we have to do this bit where we have to cut it just past the centre, give or take 15mm extra, and then we fold this piece over, forge weld about 20mm, and we draw it out into a spike, and then the last step, we put it in the vise, grip it there, bend this in and line everything up, and hopefully target time 20 minutes from cold, including the marking out. And as you'll see there, not entirely faithful that I'm going to make that, but we'll give it a best go and we'll see what happens. Right, so the setup is, there's a piece that's been drawn down. Excuse the battery because this camera won't hold charge on its own, but it's now taken down to size. As you can tell, it's cold, so I'm starting in the same place as everybody else. The only thing I have done is marked out 2 dimensions on the anvil and a length dimension on the back of the anvil. We're on the little forge, little porter forge, because that one's still awaiting some TLC, so we've got a bit of a jerry rig on because the battery's dead, battery charger, and a dinky forge with some proper dirty coke. So usually when I was running the other forge, I'd clean a load of coke up ready to do the forge weld. So there'll be fingers crossed for the forge weld on this one, because can see by looking at the state of this, it's yeah, any of you with coke forges will appreciate that. So I'm going to set the cameras up. This one that you're looking on now is going to do this view of the anvil, so you can see I've got my guillotine tool because I haven't got a fuller, so I've got the guillotine tool, which you'll see. I don't think that's out of the rules. Device on the bench, and the GoPro is going to be running in the corner the whole time, so it'll be sync the audio, and then I'll flick between the two camera views so you can see what's going on. But timestamp's going to have to come off whatever the footage says on there. I've got no idea, and I'll make it known very early on. I'm not expecting to hit 20 minutes, so wish me luck, he says dubiously. One and go. I've lost my head already. Oh no. me, but at least twice, if not 3 times as long as it's meant to. What I'll do is I'll dry this off, wipe it down, give it a wipe some oil so it's still rusty. And I'll pull that camera out so you can actually see it. Right. At this point, I've still no idea how long it actually took, but I'm thinking closer to an hour. Things that I could have learnt along the way. 1, I haven't got enough pairs of tongs that fit. 2, I had to run it pretty hot all the time because it's made from ball bearings. 3, the pair of tongs that I needed to bend this in the vise, I haven't got. I need a set of scrolling tongs, so I've actually flattened it out somewhat in the end. As you can tell, it's more of a U. I lost time because I was etching. I could have done with bringing this down. I think I'm a little bit oversized on the square. I'm probably closer to 9mm than 8mm, and that's affected these 2 tapers to round. But that is a ball bearing Damascus 14th century candlestick holder. Nice clean weld in there, which I'm quite happy about, which is good. You can see the bits in it. Could have done with a longer etch, it would have made it obviously more, better looking. Bit of an hammer mark in one side somewhere. There it is, look, bit of an hammer mark, but you can see the bearing lines in there quite nicely. I should say that's actually the nickel powder you can see. High carbon nickel powder. So, but for a first go, 1 take, no fakes, as the saying goes. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. And I think that anyone else who's thought about giving this a go and daren't, because it'll take them too long or it ain't going to look good enough, should look at this and think, sod it, I'll have a go and I'll join in, because that's what it's about. It's about having a go. And you don't know until you try. So there'll be a link to the original video by Danny Moss and his channel on the end of this one. And what I'll do is leave you with a view of a cute dog. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed that. Cheers, Mussy Boy, for the challenge. And cute dog. See you later, peoples.